What's up, guys? Today we are doing the tutorial for Pokemon TCG Pocket. Now, in today's video, we are going to go ahead and show you how to get to the battle and also do the solo part. So up first, we want to, of course, hit the battle slot down at the bottom, the fourth one. Then we want to hit solo. Now, since I'm through all of this already, we're going to go ahead and scroll down to the one that I'm not done with completely yet. So we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. So once we do that, you can see here, we can scroll and we can see all the challenges that they give us. And there are some pretty cool challenges that's there. So we're going to go ahead and get into the battle and try to complete those challenges so that way we can get rewards so we can use for the shop. And we also can get hourglass so that way we can pull packs as well. So to start us off, we're going to go ahead and place our Heracross up first because he has the higher health. Next, we're going to put our Yama in our bench. Then we're going to go ahead and hit start battle. Now, since we have won the toss and we're going second, it is our opponent's turn first, and they have to put down their cards and then they can't use an energy. Now they pass it off to us and we're going to go ahead and draw our card. Then we can activate our professor's research and we can draw 2 cards. And now that we got the Pokeball, we can also draw one more extra card, but this one will be random from the deck, and it'll also be a basic Pokemon. Now what we can do is we can set cards if we want in our bench so that way we can add energies, and we're going to go ahead and add our first energy on our Heracross to go ahead and build him up because he needs 3 energies. We pass our turn. Our opponent draws. They use the Pokeball to grab a basic card from their deck, and then they go ahead and evolve to Sandslash and Graveler. Now we are super effective against Graveler, so we're going to go ahead and use our next energy on our Heracross again, and we had drew Roserade from our deck as well. So now all we need is Roselia so that way we can play our Roserade as well. Now our opponent uses the draw 2 Pokemon research card. They put another Pokemon down in the bench. So now we drew Roselia. So now we can play Roselia in our bench. We can add our last energy to our Heracross. Now we have to flip a coin and we can land on both heads. We can get 70 extra damage as well to our 50 damage. Plus it did 20 extra damage because it's super effective to these fighting type Pokemon. So we got a total of 140. Now it won't happen every single time, but when it does, it's amazing. So you're going to take a chance if you have a flip the coin Pokemon on the field. Sometimes they do nothing, sometimes they do something. But what we're going to do right now, we're going to go ahead and add our energy to our Roselia, and we're going to evolve it to a Roserade. See, now we had one face down and one face up. So now we're just going to do our 50 damage plus the 20, which will give us 70. Now in the next turn, we can go ahead and finish our opponent off by them keeping their Pokemon out, or they can retreat their Pokemon, which takes energies, which they don't have, and they would have to put a fresh one in. Now we drew our Rocky Helmet, which is nice because it does 20 damage if they decide to hit us at all. So we're going to go ahead and apply that to our Pokemon, but we're going to give it to Roserade because our Roserade will be coming out next. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip our coins again and try to get that double coin. We got 1 and We didn't get the other. So we'll do another 70, and then their next Pokemon will come out. And we do get our point. And these battles are worth, you have to get 3 points in the battle. Now, if you defeat a EX Pokemon, you get 2 points from that battle once you beat them. If you beat a basic Pokemon, you only get 1. So if your opponent has an EX, you would want to beat that Pokemon for sure, so you can get your 2 points, and then you would settle with another point. Now, what our opponent just did was, our opponent cannot be affected by our effects at all, so we cannot hit them really and do any extra effects. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and switch out to Roserade, since we're going to have this Pokemon to do poison, which is not going to do the effects, so, and it's not going to do damage at all to them as well. But in this next one, if they don't get the heads, then what we can do, oh, never mind, they switched out. They switched out to Sandslash. So what we can do is we can go ahead and draw our 2 cards. We have Cherim and we got our cape. So now what we can do is we can add our cape to one of our Pokemon, and it gives them an extra 20 on their life points. So now what we do is we go ahead and evolve our Pokemon, and then we also add our energy to the Pokemon that we want, and then we go ahead and finish out by using our move. So we do 70 damage to them, and we also have a perk of poisoning with 10 HP also being taken away from them. So in total we just did 80 to them. Now they switch out, and once they switch out and you're affected by a Pokemon, your Pokemon is now not affected anymore, and they're currently healed once they're back into the bench. But if you can't get your Pokemon into the bench, you will be affected by the paralysis, the poison, and all of that, the sleep too. But you will have to flip a coin, so that way you can be unpoisoned or wake up, or the paralysis too. So now what we can do is we can go ahead and pull our Pokemon back into their active spot. And we use the card Cyrus because that's what it does. It just pulls the Pokemon that has damage to them back into their active spot, so that way they can't retreat. And also, we're going to go ahead and switch out to our EX, and we're going to finish it up because we want to go ahead and finish all flying colors for our event and get our reward. So we got 3-0, and there you have it. Now you guys know how to battle, and you see what to do and what not to do. If you guys enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like, follow, and also comment and share too. Thank you. You all been great. It's your boy, JWAP_YT. I'm out. Peace.